Hi, everybody. I wanted to go through a real quick video here on how to do some of the summary statistics that you need to do for the activity for Chapter 4, Center and Spread. If you watch the other video, it went through how to make some displays, dot plots, histograms, and things like that. This one here will be a little bit more about the statistics. Most importantly, the first thing you want to do is add a lists and spreadsheets page. So in your new document or my document or current document, you can always add this page right here, this list and spreadsheet page. And it'll give you kind of like a grid or a spreadsheet. And then you want to label your variables, which become very important. So up here, you could put something like Raleigh. And then here you would put something like San Fran. And those would be your labels for the variable, and then you would list your data here, so 39, 42, so on and so forth. Once you have the data in, that's the hardest part, but then you can go to a calculator page. So get a calculator page, you can do Control Doc, a new calculator page, and what we're going to do is we're going to go Menu, Statistics, Stat Calculations, and we like doing one variable statistics. And when you do this, you'll say how many lists you have. Typically, that answer is 1. If you have data in multiple lists, you could add other lists. And then you could go ahead and say, well, what is that list? Now, you'll notice we have city, which lists the city from the first data set that we had, income, Raleigh, rank, and San Fran. So we're going to go with income because I don't want to do the actual activity for you. The frequency list, category lists, and include categories, we just leave as is. If for some reason you had like a frequency list or something like that, where you had like number of people that had like maybe AP classes, if you did 0, 1, 2, 3, and you just put the frequency, then you can do X list and then frequency list. But for the most part, we leave it like this. And we click OK. And once we do that, we get all these statistics. Now, X bar stands for the mean. So the mean income for cities in Ohio is $69,139.69. S or sigma X is the sum of all the incomes in the list. Sigma X squared is the sum of all the squared incomes, which is a really big number. S sub X is our sample standard deviation, and sigma, lowercase sigma sub X, is the population standard deviation. We'll talk more about those next week and why they're different. N is how many items are in your data set. So we had 247 cities. And then down here, we have the minimum. So the minimum amount or minimum income for the cities. Q1 is the 25th quartile or 25th percentile. And it's halfway between the minimum and the median. The median is the middle number. Q3 is our third quartile, halfway between the median and the max is obviously the most. This last one is the sum of the squared deviations, which we will look at again next week. So these 5 numbers here, the min, the Q1, the median, and the max, those are our 5-number summaries. And up here, you'll also use the mean and standard deviation that we'll have in your results on the worksheet. So hopefully that helped, and have a good weekend. And next week we'll get into Chapter 4.